But today we're going to have a conversation all about what it looks like, what it looks like to actually offer something without looking like a bag lady. I've been talking over the past couple of days with an incredibly wonderful friend of mine who loves to talk about abundance, likes talking about everything to do with a mindset around money and abundance and clients and other things. And we were talking about this mentality that I see, that I have been in before as a practitioner, that I see a lot with people that I try and help. And in general, when there's a contracted perspective on abundance, and when there's a contracted perspective on abundance or accumulation, like an accumulation of abundance, then we get this like hoarder bag lady thing going on. So you know that we have abundance everywhere. There's an abundance of clients. There are so many people out there that we're here to help. There is an abundance of health conditions that we can help. There is an abundance of leaves on trees. There is abundance of clouds in the sky. There's an abundance of technology, abundance of information. There's abundance everywhere. And if we step into like the expanded version of that, where we are actually in a creative force to grow and expand into what that abundance looks like, it can be really like a level of creativity. We can bring new things into the world, a little bit like having babies. For those of you who've had babies, you know, when we're embracing the expansion of our bellies or the expansion of a new project, then we look at the world in this really abundant kind of way, and we will do what it takes to get through the contractions to birth that new idea, to get, you know, we'll just do what it takes. It's not like we question it and then go, oh no, this contraction is giving me the wrong idea. Maybe this is a sign from the universe that I can't have this baby right now. Well, in actual fact, it is the sign that you're about to. So we were talking about abundance and how it can be this amazing growth and amazing, you know, pregnant pause in all that's happening before the little contractions remind you that it's about to be brought into the world. And the same thing happens with a project. Maybe you're creating an e-course, or maybe you're creating a program for your clients. Maybe you are about to create a talk. Maybe you're creating a conversation or a referral partner, and you're about to do it, and you get these little contraction moments, and you're like, maybe it's the universe saying I shouldn't. But then you step into it, and all of a sudden something else comes on the other side that you haven't had before. So we were talking about this abundance kind of mindset and this growth thing, but then we were talking about the bit where we do contract and we do start going, maybe it's just the universe. Maybe Mercury's in retrograde and I shouldn't do this right now. Maybe I don't know enough. Maybe that thing my mum or dad said to me ages ago is actually true and I am not made up for this. Maybe this whole business thing is too hard, and maybe it's not meant to be this hard and I should just stop. And then what happens is that the flip side of this abundance, accumulation of amazing awesomeness that we see, flips around and it turns into something different. And I was describing it as the bag lady kind of feeling, you know, where we go and, you know, the bag lady doesn't care about which bags there are. You know, she accumulates all the bags, like all the plastic bags, all the ones that are like even, you know, disintegrating into nothing, all the bags. And then we've got all of the bags full of other bags. And then who's got bags like this? I've got them in my cupboard that I'm getting rid of this afternoon because I had this little revelation that we've got green shopping bags full of plastic shopping bags full of other shopping bags, and we're just like accumulating all the bags. We're accumulating all these ideas, and we're accumulating all of these like what ifs, like Kirsten has beautifully said. We're accumulating all these things. I'm going to hold on to these particular clients even though they're horrible, they don't turn up on time, they don't pay me properly, and they are rude and they're not doing what they're getting out. I'm holding on to this idea that I can only charge $60 an hour, even though I know that there's this other bag over here, this beautiful Targus backpack, you know, the MacPack backpack, or the, I don't know what you guys are, you might have the Harrods or the, you know, the herringbone handbag, but at the same time, in your other arm, you've got this bag of plastic bags. I mean, but we're accumulating. Look, I've got an abundance of plastic bags, but it's not actually necessarily serving you to hold on to all of those, because it takes away from the fact that you've got this incredible bag that you were able to be supported by and support. You've got this other incredible bag that, you know, without all of those other little bits and pieces around the outside, you could let go of all of those and you would actually be able to shine with the things that you've got. So it comes in when it comes to clients. You know, I'm holding on to all of these things. I want to offer, first, I'm holding on to all of these things. I want to offer everybody everything. The magical thing about it is that you don't have to. If the thing that you're wearing today, I'm wearing this, and, you know, a backpack would look lovely with this, and so would I don't know, a beach bag, right? And if I hold on to all these other things, you can't tell what else is available to me and that's in alignment with me and what I'm wearing today if I'm holding on to all the things, just in case I need them later on. Perfect, Tisha. Just in case I need them later on. But what if I let go of them and then I have no bags? You're a bag lady, you will have bags. You're a naturopath, you will have clients. There will be sick people to help. If you let go of those people who aren't serving you, it's okay. There's plenty of others that are sick. And there is this amazing thing. Yeah, oh, Katie, beautiful point. You know, the no-shows. We're so, oh my goodness, bless your hearts, and bless mine at the beginning of my journey with no-shows. No-shows are a co-creation. Like they are a plastic bag. They are a space that you go, yep, excellent. That fills up my space. It holds my stuff. I'm doing the things I need to do with it, and it's great. But if they don't show up, not only is it a co-creation from that person with all of the reasons why they're not showing up. They're not ready. It's not in alignment with you at that point in time. And you might be also projecting, oh, I need to go and get a whole bunch of stuff done. I need this other thing. I need some time out. I'm a bit burnt out, blah, blah, blah. So all of the other things that go with that, whatever it is, it's just not in alignment. A no-show is a no-show. You can let go of those. You don't have to hold on to them just in case somebody else isn't there, because the more you hold on to plastic bags, the more they disintegrate and they don't do what you would like them to do. The more you hold on to them, the less you have the opportunity to carry the most epic bag that you've ever carried before, or not even carry a bag and let go and create something else from that space. So this is the thing. It's not just about your clients. What is it about your offerings? What might you be offering that is making everything seem in the way because you're holding so tightly onto all the things? But I want all of the things. I want the 7 different programs that I've produced, and I want them all on my website. I want all of the e-courses, all of the ebooks that I've produced, and I want them all there. And I want and this is messages for me. So whenever I'm expressing these things, there's always something in this for me. And I'm here reminding myself whilst reminding you. And so what I am inviting you to is to take what you want from this. What about all of the things that might be on your website? What about all of the things that might be on your to-do list that you are just holding on to, that you could quite easily give to some other bag lady who actually is at the stage of really wanting plastic bags? They want a particular type of plastic bag, and you're holding on to that, and that person could actually really appreciate those plastic bags so much more than you could. What is it about the offerings that are on your website? What is it about the different places that you are on social media that you're so overwhelmed that you are holding on to all of these social media places when you could just let them go and focus on that one thing that is actually in alignment with you? What is it that you are? Yeah, there are so many of us, Kim. What I've noticed with our profession is that a lot of us are nurturers. We care and care and care. So we've got a lot of care and abundance in the care factor. But a lot of us have this accumulator energy. We love to accumulate knowledge. We love to accumulate things, accumulate knowledge, accumulate certificates on the wall, accumulate things, pretty crystals and this and that, and we end up accumulating things. And at some point, there has to be a time, particularly if we want to go from, first we talked about clients and accumulating those clients, but in actual fact, there's this gold client that if we let go of all of that, I want to be the GP for everybody, but in actual fact, I am the best person for people who have menopause. Or I want to treat everybody because I just want people to walk through my door, but actually I am the best person to talk to somebody about, teenage mental health, whatever it might be for you. And so, and then we talked about offerings. So notice where on your website, where you might have put it on your pamphlets, where you might have, made lots and lots of marketing material, right? And you're holding on to all the marketing material. Who's got like boxes of business cards and they don't tell anybody about them? I will have all of my business cards and I will not give them to anybody. Who's got boxes of pamphlets just sitting in the background there? And I will have them all. And I will occasionally show everybody my website, but I will have all of these things. So your offerings also on social media, what is out there and how many different social media platforms are you doing really beautifully poorly by not just focusing on one that's actually in alignment with you, where your people are? Are you going and having to do the Twitter and having to do the Insta and having to do the Snapchat, and you feel like it's so overwhelming that you don't do any of them very well? And in actual fact, all of your people are here on Facebook, or they are, if you're a business type of person, they might be on LinkedIn, and you're actually holding on to all of these plastic bags and not actually walking around in the one that's actually in alignment with you. And then we talked about the knowledge side of things. Where are you holding on to all of that knowledge and not doing the thing that's in alignment with you, not sharing it? This is a biggie for you guys and me as well, especially as a naturopath. And I'm practicing it every week with you guys. I share the knowledge that I am accumulating through being here and being present with you guys. And how could you, instead of accumulating all of the goodies, all of the knowledge, I want all of the knowledge, I want all of the courses, and I want all of the modalities, and I want all of it, all of it, all of it. And in actual fact, the thing that's completely in alignment with you and your heart is you showing up with all of those different parts, bits of all of those different parts of you embodied, like inside you, not with all of the things, but I needed to go on the next thing, and I need to go on the next thing. I laugh because my clinic at Inspirational Health, we had one wall, because we had really high ceilings, one wall in one corner, it just had all of my certificates up on top of one another, next one. And I see it all the time. The collection. You don't need to collect more. You can actually show up with all the thing, the one thing, the one bag. You can show up and show everybody that this is me and this is in alignment with me, which is totally different to showing up with all of the plastic bags and then going, okay, I really want to share my plastic bags with somebody. It's a really different energy, right? When we get stuck in not finding our ideal client or not even getting clients, we're in this energy, not the abundant, I'm about to give birth to something extraordinarily creative that could change the world. We're in that No, my precious plastic bags. I need more plastic bags. I don't know enough and I can't share my gold bag here with me in alignment with it. I can't share all of that. I have to be here. It's so funny as human beings that we have that beautiful flip side of the coin. There's a beautiful contrast. And what I get out of this conversation, I'd love to hear what you're getting out of this conversation, is that it's the same coin, it's just the flip side. So if you're worried that you are like this at the moment, I need the clients and I need all my plastic bags and I am talking to all of the potential clients through my plastic bagness, it's okay, because it's the exact same energy. It's an abundance energy. It's just contracted at the moment. It's the abundance energy of growth on the flip side of that. It's the exact same energy. It's still abundance. It's just the contracted version of it. And what's Katie said? 100% honest. I worry that I will overshare my knowledge and then not have anything to say during the consult and not provide value. Absolutely. We all do. And until you actually overshare, you don't know what that feels like. And I have sat there and watched, and I'm probably doing it now. I have sat there and watched people's eyes glaze over as I just spew forth biochemistry and pathology information. And I watch them glaze over. And it's not until I can see that, how far I can take that, and then I go, oh, right, and backtrack. So until you know the boundaries of that experience of sharing your knowledge, you're just making it all up in your head as to how much you can share, or how much people are willing to listen, or how much they might want to take on board. And different types of people need different types of sharing and different types of amounts of sharing as well. But until you do it, so it's just it's a bit like, so Katie, she says, oh my goodness, I see the Glazy McGlaze too. The Glazy McGlaze is a lot like having a manual car and putting your foot on the accelerator and then putting the clutch on. And so you're accelerating, you're about to change gears, and sometimes you stuff it up and you go, same. Eyes glaze and they glaze and they glaze, and then you're like, oh, I lost them, And sometimes with practice, you can get that particular vehicle to do that little balancing point so that you're not losing them. But until you share the knowledge, this is the other thing I see all the time with us prackies who insist that we have some confidence issues. You only get confidence from practice, and that's the aim of the game here, is that we are in practice. That's what isn't that cool that we even get reminded daily as practitioners we are in practice. So you need to keep practicing sharing your knowledge, not practicing accumulating more knowledge and doing the golem on the plastic bag scenario. Sharing the gold nuggets of knowledge that you do have, this amazing, I can't wait to get a gold glitter bag and do this again perfectly and wonderfully with exactly the right amount of information so none of you glaze out. Imagine having that. Imagine being able to practice to the point where you go, oh, this is exactly who I'm here to help in the way I need to help them. That's totally in alignment with me. And I feel flow when it's happening. Now, that's what practice is about. That's what being in practice is about. That's what being a practitioner is about. Finding those people, and they light up. They do light up like glitter eventually. You kind of start to notice they peek out of the woodwork for you. Finding those people and being able to talk to them beautifully clearly takes practice. Just the same as being in practice and seeing clients takes practice as well. But we don't give up on that, do we? So it's an interesting thing to be able to notice where you might have plastic bags in it and how they might be getting in the way. And that was my big revelation today, was that if I hold on tightly to all the plastic bags, then nobody can see my beautiful glitter handbag. And the words, like Katie said, if I hold on tightly to them and I hold on to everything that's happening in my brain, the words will come out and the glaze will come over, and if I can let go of that, if I can let go of all the knowledge, if I can let go of the perfection, if I can let go of the clients that aren't exactly in alignment with me, that are in alignment with some of the other people around, if I can let go of that, then the thing I have that is in alignment with me can shine. So my biggest thing today is, if you are worried about the abundance that you have or you perceive you don't have, where can you look to see the plastic bags that you are holding on to in your life? Because you already have a gold glitter bag like me, or your version of that, whatever that happens to be. You have that. It's in alignment with you. It sits just inside your heart, and it's your gifts and your talents, and it's there to be shared. But it's not there to be shared with everybody. It's not there to necessarily be muddied up with even more information and more information. It's there to be shared through you, not covered up with plastic bags while you're trying to share it. So what can you let go of? To let go of the bag lady energy, the accumulation energy, what can you let go of? So what I recognized is, in my physical space, there's things that I can let go of. There is the plastic bags I actually have in my house. I'm actually going to let go of them, symbolically, metaphorically, however you want to say it. Is there something that you need to declutter in your office? Is there a physical space where you are being a bag lady? And if you've got a bag lady mentality, it's interesting, right? The bag lady thing. If you've got that, it comes out energetically in different areas. And so what can you let go of? What can you declutter in your house? What can you declutter in your life? What can you declutter in your inbox? What can you let go of on your website that will create flow? I'm automatically thinking, for me, I have multiple beautiful freebie offers for so many of you guys, but there is a streamlined way of me being able to let you guys know about those instead of it being blah. So I'm going to streamline that myself personally. So this is the other thing. Inspired actions come from a conversation to consider. Inspired actions come from conversations with others, through this conversation, through other conversations. Inspired actions come forth. Like me, I just went, oh, yep, there's an idea. That's exactly, I didn't purposefully, I'm trying to figure out why my website isn't working. I'm trying to figure out why people are signing up for one thing and not the other. You know, the trying bit? I'm trying to get more plastic bags. Trying to find the plastic bags. There's lots of plastic bags around. I will try. But when we get into these conversations, an inspired action comes forth, and there's something that wasn't there before. You can finally see it. So Katie says, letting go of the feeling that I just had an older client call me, a man. I haven't treated men specifically for quite some time. I'm not the best person to treat men. I wrote an entire book for female entrepreneurs in burnout, and for 2 years I was treating busy, burnt out women with adrenal fatigue who ran businesses. And before that, I treated everybody. And this man rang me out of the blue. And it's such an empowering situation for me to go, actually, now that I have a beautiful, amazing network of natural health practitioners that I can be in contact with, I actually know somebody who is very specific with an older population, particularly who have had different knee replacements, hip replacements, inflammation, that kind of stuff. Or I know one who looks after men. And being able to just go, no, and know that they're going to be looked after by somebody else better than I could, allows space, like that's me letting go of a plastic bag to allow space for everybody to see what this is actually about, to everybody to see the gold glitter bag. So it's super empowering to say no to clients when you have the opportunity to, or to say yes without plastic bagging all in the front. Alison, moving boxes. Yeah, physically moving your space. If you have all of your old notes from however many years ago, all of that information is pretty much on the internet. All of that information is here in your world already. The information that you haven't retained in there, it's coming through you in a different way. It's evolving. We're learning more and more things. So why are we holding on to all those old notes? We're not the person that we were when we were learning that stuff. We are this person now. Why are we holding on to all these old boxes, all these old X, Y, Z, whatever happens to be in your office or elsewhere? You're not that person. And if you want to continue to have that bag lady energy, keep holding on to it. See how that goes. Or you could release it. Pinterest is a mess, says Francis. Okie dokie. Lining that up. Pinterest is like the perfect, it's a really pretty bag lady thing. Oh, I need to add that to it, and I need to add that, and I need to add that, and I need to add that. So making sure that you've got folders on your computer that don't have all of those collections of stuff, even taking a moment to clear all of that. Making sure that you are looking at your inbox. Whoever said that they weren't looking at their inbox? Oh my God, my inbox. Yeah, and letting go of the things that are in there, letting go of subscriptions, letting go of things that where your innate intuition, your innate abilities and gifts and talents can come out instead of grabbing it from everybody else and then hoarding them and then not allowing your uniqueness to come through. Katie, letting go of some ripped designer clothes, holding on to them, worried that I won't have the money to replace them. Oh my goodness. So this is a perler, because when you're holding on to these things, what if I don't have the money? And then your whole universe, you look at it as, what if I don't have the money? That means I won't have the money to replace them. And then all of a sudden, everything comes through that lens. What if I let go of that client? And what if I don't replace them? The other flip side to that, again, we got the same coin, different side. So that's the bag lady energy versus the abundant energy of, what if you find the most amazing jeans that have never fit you? Like, you know, those jeans that just fit and they make you feel amazing and they don't cut into your gut and they don't do any of that weird and wacky stuff. What if letting go of that, those pair of jeans, allows space for those new pair of jeans to come in? Same thing with clients. What if letting go of that client allows space for that new client to come in? What if that reciprocal arrangement where you went, oh, that person down the road treats skin so much better than I do. I can't stand treating skin. It's such an ingrained thing for me. But I happen to know other practitioners that do. And as soon as I start referring, they start referring people to me. There's this amazing opportunity that nothing exists in a vacuum. If you were to create a vacuum, it all gets filled in again. So if you were to create the vacuum of letting go, other things will come in. And they might be more in alignment with you if you allow it. So letting go of the fear of failing. I love that, Kirsten. That's fantastic. And these wonderful things, we let go of them. And then sometimes we invite them back in again. And then we can let go of them again. And that's what we call practice. So that's fantastic. And imagine what's on the other side of letting go of feeling of failing. Hoarding email subscriptions, Daisy. I love that. And so where is the space for you to come out and share what you have in the world if you are just hoarding email subscriptions and accumulating more knowledge from the world? There's no space for you to actually have the conversation with potential clients. So there's no space for those new potential clients to come in and connect with you if you're in this mode over here with plastic bags of subscriptions and not creating your own subscription on the other side of that and being in that space. So from that, there's a beautiful thing that happens when we let go of our physical plastic bags, when we let go of our energetic or our mindset plastic bags, like Kirsten's pointed out about fear of failure. When we let go of our extra offerings that we have online, our extra people that we help, all that kind of stuff, right? If we let go of those things, something inspirational comes through and we can offer something that is a lot more succinct. So my commitment, because I am, I am the best teacher for me of how I would love other people to treat me and how I can do things better. So my actionable step, like I described to you guys, I noticed it yesterday. I was doing some upgrades to the back end of my website, and there's like 8, 9, and it's an ever-growing list of freebies on my website. And they're beautiful. I'm super excited. They come in really handy. If you haven't go and check them out, because I'm going to move them. The freebies on my website, I collect them. Oh, I'll collect that and that'll be able to help somebody. Oh, I'll collect that and that'll be able to help somebody. And you might be doing the same thing. Oh, I'll collect quotes from my website. I'll collect this or I'll collect that. But as long as you're sharing them, that's awesome. But there will be something else that comes through, an offering that comes through. When you let go, an offering can come through you. And my offering is that I'm going to move all of those freebies onto a platform where you just have to go in once, and then you will continue to get all of the new freebies, and you won't have to sign up for all of the weird and wacky, like, oh, yep, you can just get that, and it'll be sitting there like a library. And that actually feels really light. So what you'll notice is when you have the bag lady energy, it feels really heavy and contracting, and you're not sure what to say, not sure what to do. And then when you let go of that, in whatever format that comes from, as letting go of offerings, letting go of clients, letting go of ideas, letting go of a mindset, letting go of your physical space. When you let go of that, something else comes through you, an offering comes through you, and you can offer in a way that you haven't before. And there's a grace in it. And it's much more succinct. For me to be able to offer you guys a spot to be able to find a library just full of things that you need is so much easier than it's going, oh, go over there, go. I'm so excited to be able to do that. And it feels so good to just be able to go, okay, here you go. Same thing for who have we got here? Alison's talking about shoes she hasn't worn for years. Katie's talking about dresses that are off to Vinnie's. You know, there's an offering that comes through you. All of a sudden, letting go of these things, there's something else that comes through you, and you go, oh my goodness, I got rid of all of those dresses. I haven't seen that dress for ages. And that offering comes in and through you, and you can just wear that on your next date night or whatever it happens to be. Can you see how that happens in that kind of format? That when you see abundance in that way, more creativity and more creative ways of doing things, of getting more clients, of serving your clients better comes through, versus the contracted bag lady way, and you're hoarding and hoarding and hoarding and just getting more and more and more and more without actually creating space to let go, and then a new offering will come through. So I would love to hear what you're letting go of. We've got Lisa's letting go of magazines that would probably be better served in your clinic space, down at somewhere where you can actually create an offering of that, and then when you're creating that offering of that, they can then see you as somebody who is graciously giving, which is really cool. What else are we letting go of? We're going to letting go of shoes and clothes and making space. What else are we letting go of? Every time we do a clothes clean out and get rid of old stuff, says Christina, you can bet within a week people will give us a heap more of new clothes. Totally. Now, it doesn't just work with clothes, and this is what I'm trying to get at for you guys. There's a practice of being a practitioner that it works. I know so many of you guys want more clients. You want to be booked out. But there's something you're holding on to and being a bag lady about, that if you did it just the same as the clothes, if you let go, all of a sudden your friends show up with new clients. and they're new and they're nicer and they're more in alignment with you and they're so much, they're shiny. Alison, beautiful Alison, thank you for your contribution. Houses. Now, Alison has done a massive shift, and I'm super excited to follow your journey, Alison. She has moved houses after over a decade in her last house, and the process of being able to let go of a house, holy dooly, I have no idea what's on the horizon for you, but if we can keep that abundant creativity energy going rather than I've got to get a house just like the old house, then we can imagine what can be created on the other side, just like the clothes that Christina was talking about. So same thing. Maybe you're in a clinic space that isn't suited to you. Maybe you are in a pharmacy. Maybe you have a sandwich job that you would really like to take more time to do your other job, but you're hoarding your time. I'll have my 4 days at my sandwich job. And we call a sandwich job the squish in the middle, before the beginning and the end, the squish in the middle, the bit in the middle to get to the other side. So maybe you're holding on to this sandwich job really tightly with the amount of time you have, and you could release the other time instead of holding on to the other time and just, release the other time to actually spend some time on building your business and building your practice. There might be releasing of the space. The space you're in isn't in alignment with you anymore. And if you let it go, another opportunity is just around the corner. In that little squeeze point in between that, it feels really weird. And I'm sure it feels interesting for Alison, feels interesting for Tisha, who says she's moving as well. There's this bit in the middle that feels really weird. Like, I've been holding on to these plastic bags for ages, and now I've let go of the plastic bags. What do I hold on to now? What do I hold on to now? But I had plastic bags before. Now I don't have anything to hold on to. What happens is you have this amazing shift because you were the plastic bag lady, and your identity and your ego was saying, I am the plastic bag lady. And then all of a sudden you've let go of that. There is a weird space that you have to dance in the middle. And sometimes it can feel a bit tough, and sometimes it can feel a bit sad, and sometimes it can feel a bit happy, and sometimes it can feel a bit crazy. But in the middle there, it's because the reality that you knew is falling away. And the new reality of you carrying your gold lame glitter bag and being able to receive in a really different way, you're not that bag lady anymore. You're this abundant, extraordinary human being that is full of creative potential, about to birth a new offering into the world. So I also get that little bit in the middle where it feels a bit weird to let go of things. And it's just part of the process. It's a lot like it feels a bit weird to let go when you're birthing a baby as well. But then on the other side, you get a baby, which is pretty cool. Cindy says, yesterday I gave myself permission to take the day off from the clinic after reopening recently. Guess what? I took a day off. I was holding on to bags. I need lots of people on one day. I need them. I need lots of people. But I'm a bit burnt out. But I need lots of people. But I'm a bit burnt out. Maybe I should take the day off. Oh, that gold bag is shining. Maybe I should take the day off. Maybe I should take the day off. No, I need lots of people. No, take the day off. Okay, let go. Let go, have a whole day where you don't do anything and you can get cozier with your gold bag. And what do you know? 3 new people booked in. That is beautiful, Cindy. Congratulations as well to be able to put yourself out there like that. Let go. Letting go is that funny, weird feeling. And then all of a sudden when you totally embrace that, look what flows in. Like I said, nothing survives in a vacuum. It can't, you suck the air out and something else comes in. It's just the way it works. Physics, nature, they all do it, and we just ignore it and think that we're thinking our way out of it. So I'm super excited to hear what you're letting go of. 1, how that actually goes. Come into the hub, tell us. I'm creating a new thing on the hub called the aha moment, because there are these times when we just have that, that was what I was doing. And it's different on the other side of the aha moment. You've seen it with your clients. You've probably had them yourselves. But that other side of the aha moment is something that is amazing, because everybody has them. And when we see them in others, it kind of allows us to have one as well. And so having your aha moment that will come after releasing your plastic bags and releasing your bag ladiness, and what will happen on the flip side of that. So number one, actionable step this week, what can you release? What can you release that you know you're getting a bit golem about that actually isn't in alignment with you anyway? Number two is what's coming through you. What's a new offering that succinctly does what you were trying and clawing at before? When you release it, what's the new thing that comes through? And number three, thanks for all showing up and being in the conversation and taking the time to focus in on you and your business. I'm sending out gratitude. And I think that's the last kind of final step when it comes to being a bag lady, or it comes to being that growth abundance of holding your gold glitter bag, is that abundance is everywhere. Even if there's lots and lots of plastic bags, there's an abundance of them. And we can be in gratitude for that as well. We don't have to make that wrong. We can be in gratitude for the abundance that there is, there was, and there will be. And I'm in gratitude for these amazing conversations. I'm in gratitude for all of you guys with the time that you have, that you are committing to being here and to showing up for yourself, to showing up for your new potential clients, to showing up for your dreams, to showing up for your future in a way that, it's only, there's a 10%er. You guys are 10%ers. If you're following and you're doing the things that are moving you forward, and you're choosing at this point in time yourself and traction and moving forward and being able to get closer and closer to your dreams instead of choosing something else, you are in the top 10%. I'm super excited to have these conversations with you, and I wanted to share my gratitude for so many of you and all of the things that you're creating, the people, the connections, the health, your lives, your willingness to expand the way that you think and the way that you've probably been ingrained to think and you've been taught. And we're changing a whole paradigm when it comes to being a practitioner. And just by being here. So it's really, really cool. I'm super, super, super grateful for you all. Kirsten, Katie, Tisha, thank you so much. Daisy, you're getting this message from multiple places. Might be something in it for you then, Daisy. And again, my invitation is, what can you take action on? Even if it's just to sharpen the hub and talk about what you're releasing and what you are bringing forth. And I want to see this shift, this jiggle that we all go through to shift this paradigm from the contracted abundance to the growth abundance, and to dance within the space of growth, contraction. And I love these conversations. I'm super grateful for you. Kimberly's just got one more. I just wanted to let you know that the hub is my favorite online place at the moment. That's so lovely. Starting a new business, this is my go-to place. Every time I go on here, there's a message that is so relevant to what I need to know. That is exactly what I do this for. Kimberly, that is beautiful. Thank you so much. My hope is that everybody gets that, that all practitioners have the opportunity for that. And if they choose to be in this, in the hub or in the space of shifting this paradigm so that we can help so many more people and that we can help ourselves and our own lives. The ripple effects, I can feel it. The ripple effects are just extraordinary. You guys have this amazing web to be able to connect with an abundance of people to help, an abundance of knowledge you have in your minds, an abundance of money out there that can reciprocate the value that you create for others. So that's beautiful. Thank you, Kimberly. And thank you all for listening. Stay tuned next week for our a little bit more left brain, legal eagle stuff. And we'll catch you on the next Training Thursday in a conversation to consider. Oh, and if this was helpful and you want to share it, It's available over on my YouTube channel, and you can share it with any other practitioner that you know that needs to hear this conversation too. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Mwah.